Hi and welcome to all the racing fans around the world joining us for this pre-recorded show. We are recording on Wednesday for the Thursday meeting, the 12th of December, which takes place at the Vaal Classic track, and we are looking at an 8-race program. Now joining me on the line is the resident expert, which is Alistair Cohen. Alistair, how are you doing and how do you see the card going?
How's it, Sheldon? Hello to all the viewers. Here's hoping that we go into the weekend with a bang. All good my side, all hands on deck leading up to the Hollywoodbets Cape Guinea standalone meeting on Saturday with a nice juicy pick six carryover attached to the meeting. Really looking forward to going through the card for Saturday on Gallop TV, and a shout out to Graham. Nice to hear that he's nearly up and running and back to normal, but standing in for him for the Saturday card. No Joburg racing this weekend. That'll be the public holiday Monday. But you found me in very good spirits and very, very excited about what's to come for the rest of the year and leading into the start of 2025. Should be some good things to come. How do I find the card? Tricky. Tricky is the answer. Jackpot 1 is my suggested exotic on the day. It'll be a pick six for the Saturday card, but for this Thursday, it's the first jackpot. Some nice races. Not to say that it's weak racing by any stretch. It's interesting racing and it's not easy racing. If we get this right, we'll remember the day forever.
So race number 1, the bipod commences over 1600 meters, and having a look at the first race, you can take out numbers 1, Devilishly Gorgeous, and also number 5, Gloria Mundi at the early time recording. So around about 7 runners will go down to the start, 1600 meters. And the betting has 2 runners dominating. Number 3, Great Notion at 11 to 10. 8, Lady Sabrina, 14 to 10. And the number 4, Lacewing, is at around 7 to 2. Alice, the number 3, Great Notion, the great daughter of Denon Platina. She's had the 3 runs to date and a career best last time when close up behind Mocha Macaroon third. What I like about Great Notion is that penultimate run. The average rating was an 80 and last time a 75. Would you be taking the 11 to 10 in the work riders, or would you be looking elsewhere?
No, I wouldn't be taking the 11 to 10, although the scratchings helped the cause a little bit here, Sheldon. I think we've gone down from 5 winning chances down to 3, but now in a 7-horse field, we need to be clever about how we find the value. Great Notion's one of the 3 horses who can win, drawn 7 out of 7, not an absolute train smash. But you say career best last time to Mocha Macaroon. It was her career best, but is it good enough? Mocha Macaroon took an eternity to get out the maidens. A step up in distance will help, number 3, Great Notion, but it's not going to be too straightforward. I think that number 8, Lady Sabrina's priced up as a fair chance here, Sheldon. On debut, although it beats an 11 1/4 lengths, out of that form line, Fastnet Philly has won, My One and Only has won, Gregarious has run second. The horse who ran behind Lady Sabrina, Pantera Untia, has come out and done okay. So I think that there's a little bit more form to work with. She showed good improvement from run 1 to run 2 and going a better distance behind Tuscan Star. When going off to the front, she'll be wiser. She's got a little bit more improvement to come. So I think number 8, Lady Sabrina, is the angle that I'm going to take in the opener. Wayo Mowing and Tom Lekele team up. 3, Great Notion, like I said, a winning chance. And what are we going to do with number 4, Lacewing? She was not wanted in the market last time. I tipped Tuscan Star on the show and she duly arrived when we took on number 4, Lacewing, who drifted like as mentioned. She returned with excuses, not striding out, so it's worth forgiving her for that run. But she's had her chances. If she were to win, I would not be surprised. But I'm a little bit gun-shy about number 4, Lacewing. So she is the 3rd winning chance. She is my 3rd selection in race number 1, the start of the bar. But I think we just need 2 of the 3, though, to survive. So 8 from 3 from 4. That's how I see the opener.
So there we go, race number 1, not cut and dried, so keep a close eye on the betting and maybe watch the horses on the way down to the start and you might be able to find that lurker. On to race number 2 we go, the opening leg of the place accumulator, and there's quite a bit of form to work with in race number 2. And let's just have a look at this early time recording, no scratchings. Number 5, Pioneer Square, probably sets the scene at 2 to 1, although number 7, Dylan's Champ, is 5 to 2, and number 6, Baynak, at 7 to 2. Alistair, looking at race number 2, number 5, Pioneer Square, you'll know quite a bit about this individual, and the Kararis are firing at the moment. Close up second last time to One More Star. Is this the day Pioneer Square gets it right, or Dylan's champ?
No, I'd like to think that he'll get it right here, Sheldon. Look, he is crying out for gelding, and I think this might be his last run as a colt, win or lose. The draw's obviously the concern. Candice was tentative about whether she was going to run Pioneer Square, but he's doing very well at home, and acquiring the services of Gavin Larena was probably the big reason why Pioneer Square is running. Gavin likes the son of Quirari, Candice likes the son of Quirari. The penultimate start behind Potberry, the third horse, One More Star, came out and turned the form around. They got very close together last time out, but One More Star just pulled out a little bit more. He's a very, very nice horse. He's going to win races. He should go very, very close. I make him a PA banker, but I do have respect for quite a few in this race because, as you say, it is a strong maiden. I think number 6, Baynak, is worth respecting. Cabello Mazzaniani on board for the Crawfords. Weirdly, I thought his penultimate start was better than his last start. I might not suggest that in where he finished, but first run as a gelding, he was stuck on the wrong side of the Vaal course that day and ran fourth behind Solar Sail. He was the only horse who ran his race towards the outside. He followed no one. He was exposed the whole way and did very well. I thought he was a tad underwhelming last time behind Let's Play Poker, although Let's Play Poker wasn't winning out of turn. I expected Baynak to win, but the point is he's ready to win as number 6, Baynak, so Pioneer Square comes unstuck, then he could be the right one. Little worried about number 7, Dylan's champ, I must be honest. I can have him, not writing off his chances, but beaten by a horse who was coming off nearly a year's break last time. He had every chance under striker. Don't know about number 7, Dylan's champ. I think he's found weaker races along the way, but the yard's absolutely firing at the moment, so I can't sit your hand on heart and say he can't win, because he can. And I think the race lies between those two. In order of preference, 5, 6, and 7, but I'd like to believe Pioneer Square is a PA banker.
So there we go, Pioneer Square, a PA banker for Alistair, as we move on to race number 3, which will be contested over an extended trip of 2,000 meters. Number 3, Towers of Gold, is 12 to 10. Number 2, Guy Alexander, 18 to 10. And then we have number 4, Whispers of War, at 9 to 2. And number 6, Ryan's Dream, at 8 to 1. Now, Alistair, when it comes to race number 3, there's 2 horses I like here. Number 4, Whispers of War. I think with Trent Mayu taking the 1.5 off the back, it has been 425 days, but I think since the last victory, but has been taking on a little bit stronger. So at 9 to 2, I think a little bit of a bet. And also number 6, Ryan's Dream, at around 8 to 1. 12 to 10 for me on number 3, Towers of Gold. I believe that is far too sharp. Are you in the same camp?
Right, Sheldon, we are singing from 50% of the same hymn sheet. And let me talk about the horse that you like that I don't like to start. That's number 4, Whispers of War. He's been my money maker quite a lot of times of late. He's been a horse that I've been following very closely. He turned up at the races a few weeks ago. He was scratched at the start. That's one thing. Number 2, I know his ratings dropped. I can't wait for this horse back on the inside track, but there is no inside track for a while. Better horse on the inside track, and for me, better over slightly shorter. I know he's won over 2,000 meters. He's won from 1 over this course and distance, but I'm going to sit it out with number 4, Whispers of War, for now. He's going to win soon, but I'm not with him here. I am with number 6, Ryan's Dream. I believe he represents the value in this race, Sheldon. He comes back from a 236-day layoff, but he runs well fresh. His record fresh, 3 starts, 1 win in 2 seconds. Watch out for this horse, number 6, Ryan's Dream. If he doesn't win, he goes very, very close. He's definitely the swinger horse. Look, the interesting horses, or the 2 horses that make the most appeal, are 2 and 3, Guy Alexander and Towers of Gold. I'm in the same camp as you. I do think that there might be a touch too short in the market. Guy Alexander, life getting a little bit tougher now. Got another 4 pounds to deal with. He's winning his races. The yard's in form. The rider's going along well. I respect him. 3 Towers of Gold. Be very interesting to see how that Heather's Boy form comes along. Stepping up to 2,000 meters, I don't know. Global 1 mare, though. Global 1's horses all went around Turpentine 4 times. So that's one thing in his favour. But yeah, I believe there's value about number 6, Ryan's Dream, in the opening leg of the pick 6. The bottom line is don't leave him out of the play, but I think you might need to be a little bit wide in this race, because there's no way that you can go into a pick 6 leaving out numbers 2 and 3.
That'll take us on to race number 4 over 2,000 meters, and this is your suggested bet for the day, jackpot 1. And in race number 4, number 2, Coffee Berry, is an early casualty, so 9 runners at the stage will face the starter, and they are betting 5 to 2 the field here. Opening leg of the jackpot, I see you've gone with numbers 3, 6 and 8, Alistair.
Yep, I have indeed, Sheldon. I like her with a number 3, A Place in the Sun. I think she's needed her 2 runs back. They came against much stronger as well. She's now in calmer waters. Cabello takes her ride for the Crawfords. Look, she needs a certain type of ride. She's very, very hard to watch because she does not travel in the early stages. And the further she goes, the better she obviously is. But just having needed those 2 runs, stepping up from her first run behind Grade 1 winner VJ's Angel to her second run behind Hawkbill, now against her own 6. I like to believe she's alive, number 3, A Place in the Sun, and I reckon the price of 25 to 1 is most generous from a top 3 selection. I've got her in the pick 6. I'm going to be screaming her home in the first leg of the jackpot. 6 Fetching Flyers on the up. Craig Zaki rides for Paul Matchett, up in class as well. Got a £7 penalty for her last win, but it was very appealing to the eye. She goes off to the front. She was never in doubt last time. If she can prove herself at this level, she could be a very nice 3-year-old filly over the long distances to follow. So I make her alive. Number 8, Caddy Zora, is just overdue. She's well weighted on a line through her last run with Mount Etna. They meet again. Caddy Zora comes in here 1.5 kilos better off for a 3 parts of a length beating. And I think with a little bit more luck than what she hasn't got in her last few starts, that she could get across the line. So those are the 3 horses for me, 3, 6 and 8. The alternative for me would be number 9, Hats Queen, but I'm very keen on this 25 to 1 shot, number 3, A Place in the Sun. I reckon she runs into the top 4, and with a little bit of luck, I think she could get home here.
So there we go, a little bit of value, place all to comes, and maybe one of those horses who could cause a bit of a stir, and you could have your Christmas money all set up. Right, let's move on to race number 5, and this is also over 2,000 meters. And just taking a look at the betting, 28 to 10, number 4, Key Worker, and number 9, Have a Party, and then 11 to 2 about number 3, Play with Fire. Alistair, when I had a look at race number 5, I couldn't make heads or tails here. So hopefully in race number 5, we get a bit of a result and make the dividends pay. How do you see race number 5 panning out? Because I can't find a first selection.
Sheldon, I think if you overcomplicate this, then you're going to go field. But I've narrowed it down to 3. Sadly, I think you're right. And as far as the pick 6 and the jackpot is concerned, you're going to get an even spread of tickets. Therefore, you're going to knock a little bit of opposition over. But with that said, I had a 25 to 1 shot the previous race. Sadly, I can't find one at a big price here that I think is lurking under. So 1, 4 and 9 are my numbers. Let me start with number 1, Flamboyant Flyer, who won very nicely last time, much easier than the 3 parts of a length margin suggests. Play with Fire, number 3 on the card, should finish a lot closer as far as the weights are concerned. But with that said, I think the extra 200 meters, I think with a better draw, Flamboyant Flyer will stay in front of number 3, Play with Fire. So I think that's answered that query. So that's why I like number 1, Flamboyant Flyer. But I think overall the 2 at the top of the board's probably the 2 most solid options here. Number 4, Key Worker, just ran against far better last time. Gavin Lorena takes the ride. I know Beating Perform, who's a 30-plus start maiden, is not much of a feather in the cap, but she is obviously a full sister to Surcharge. She's only going to get better. She's only going to get stronger. She would have needed the last run when coming back blowing. She'll be better for that. She is so down in class, number 4, Key Worker, so she's got a winning chance. And then number 9, Have a Party. She's just in the pink of health at the moment. Craig Zaki takes the ride. She finished in front of Sneak Preview at her penultimate start. There's indirect lines of form with Flamboyant Flyer finishing in front of Sneak Preview the last time they met. I think that Have a Party will be bang there, and she's got to be good value. Getting a penalty for being a loser last time, not a fan of that, but she goes into the play. In order of preference, 4, 9 and 1. They're the only 3 horses in my jackpot.
That'll take us on to race number 6. 15:20 is the carded off time, and everything goes according to the script, and the distance is 1,500 meters. Looking at race number 6, let's just have a look. There are 2 scratchings, number 5, Sakambaya, and number 6, Peace Treaty. So that leaves us with 10 runners in race number 6, and they are betting 3 to 1, number 4, 12 o'clock. Number 2, Let's Play Poker at around 33 to 10, and then you can get 5 to 1 and better the rest. Now, I know number 4, 12 o'clock, is coming back from a 119-day absence. But if you look at the jockey and horse statistic, 1 from 1, and in the jockey and trainer statistics, Gavin Lorena and Stuart Pettigrew, when they team up together, they're quite lethal.
Yep, they absolutely are, and they don't talk too often, do Lorena and Pettigrew, but when they do, there's normally business to be done. He's also going the right way, number 4, 12 o'clock high. Maiden win last time coming back from a layoff. That is the one query about number 4, 12 o'clock high. But with that said, he is heading in the right direction. He's got a little bit more progress than the others. But I've left him out here, Sheldon. Number 4, 12 o'clock high. I think that he's just going to need the run. So it's a wildly open race. I've got 1, 2, 3, 6, and 9. I've got the scratching number 6, Peace Treaty in. The 12 o'clock high does start favourite. We can get a few favours there. But of the runners that stand their ground, number 1, Laughing Williams, just grossly inconsistent. But out of draw 1, Dennis Schwarz gets the best out of the son of William Longsword. He's got form to better horses than this. If he can put it all together here, he's a danger as number 1, Laughing William. He's overpriced. Number 2, Let's Play Poker could be done a few favours by Baynak earlier on in the day. He was a very consistent maiden. He got the job done in good style last time under the lights with JP van der Merwe on board. He's got enough form to say that he'll be dangerous in a race like this. Number 3, Ombudsman, I think could be the key horse in the race. From the deep draw, it's not going to be ideal. Calvin Habib takes it right for Sean Terry, but go watch the last run again. He was again on the wrong side of the course down the Vaal straight. He drifted as if he wasn't wanted in the market. But for me, he made up a lot of ground. He was eye-catching last time, was number 3, Ombudsman, and I think around the turn, he has a bit of a say. And then number 9, After Hours, Keratila Kachedi takes a ride for St. John Gray. And he does well in this Vaal Classic track. He's an evergreen 7-year-old son of Bezrin. Last run behind a seriously progressive 3-year-old in the form of Bacchus, not disgraced. Form line's working out very, very well with direct winners coming through. Vaal, Vegas, and also Together Again. That could be a big danger as well in race 6. Lots and with chances, difficult to ignore them.
Well, just keeping with race number 6, number 1, Laughing William. I'm spot on with you there, around 12 and 14 to 1. I think that is well overpriced. I think race time probably comes 7 to 1 from that one draw. And if he brings his best, hopefully he can come through and run an absolute cracker for the stable, number 1, Laughing William. Then on to race number 7, which is over 1,450 meters. And just having a look at race number 7, let's see if there's any scratchings. Nothing at this point in time. Number 2, Selenio Peninsula, the son or the daughter of Vercingetorix. That is your 18 to 10 favorite. Number 1, Francilian, is 3 to 1, and then we go out 4 to 1 and better the rest. Gavin Arena has ridden number 2 on one occasion on debut and winning, so he's unbeaten on her. And we all know the Van Vuren stable, they send out winner after winner. How do you rate number 2 in this contest?
Horse to beat, undoubtedly, Sheldon. Last time, 7 lengths to Fatal Flaw. Fatal Flaw is now a Grade 1 winner. Horse was rated much higher than Selenio Peninsula, finished further back than 7 lengths behind Fatal Flaw. The horse they all need to beat, Progressive, got a lot to come. Penultimate start, badly weighted. Finished a length behind Mia Moo, holds an entry in a race coming up soon in the De Grendel Cape Merchants, does Mia Moo. So I think all of that points to a big run for number 2, Selenio Peninsula. But she's not an absolute good thing. Numbers 1 and 6 are back up. Number 1, Francilian, last time behind Francina, and second over the weekend at Turfentine. She's also going the right way. Nothing wrong with how she was ridden last time, Francilian. I thought she was a tad underwhelming, but she's worth another chance or two. She's definitely in the credit. And then number 6, Coco Melon. Go watch her last run closely. From a deep draw, she took her medicine. She stayed on very strongly behind World of Alice. In the run on the Starling Stakes, behind Fatal Flaw, Coco Melon's got the number over number 2, Selenio Peninsula. Don't let her run loose. If Selenio Peninsula is 18 to 10, Coco Melon shouldn't be 6 to 1. She's the wrong price as well. Don't let her run loose.
Right, now we move into race number 8, which could be the most important race of the day if you are running in the exotics and your doubles, trebles and all to comes over 1,200 meters. And just taking a look at the betting, they are betting 22 to 10 about number 7, Call Me Master. Number 8, Sail the Sky, is 3 to 1, and then it's 5 to 1 and better the rest. Now, Alistair, I'm going to rack your brain about a horse called King of Numbers. Number 3, the Royal Mo from the Weber stable, priced up at around 14 to 1. I know Jason Gates jumps aboard, dropped down to a 71 in the ratings. But if you look at those last couple of efforts in 80 and 83 handicaps, where would you put number 3, King of Numbers, in your pecking order?
Big runner. Sheldon. Not my top selection. My top selection, number 2, Alone Time. But 3 King of Numbers, very, very, very strong each way chance. Easy to make a case for him. Rating drop, drawn on the wrong side last time down the Turpentine Straight. He's alive. You're right. He is the value in the race. Big top 3 chance and can win. Number 2, Alone Time, is my top selection. I'm a bit of a sucker for this horse. Why, I don't know. But Dennis Schwarz takes it right. 4 Querbus through, the son of Willow Magic. I think he's got a few pounds in hand. He's got a lot of cheap speed. Don't know whether that serves him well enough. But I thought even his run to Karate Kid, which on paper might not look too pretty, I still think that he's got a little bit more to come. He's a lightly raced 4-year-old. His ratings come down another pound. I know it's not much. He's not ideally drawn on the Vaal Classic track. But I'm going to stay loyal to number 2, Alone Time, in a race of this nature and motivate him as a top selection. I have respect for number 7, Call Me Master, despite the draw. 8 Sail the Sky is not easy to read, but he has a winning chance, as does number 10, Written in Stone. But the way that I play the last race, always get a good quartet pull. Double float, 2 and 3 by the field, and I reckon we'll be in the payout queue.
Well, there we go. That's what we like to hear. A little bit of confidence coming through. Numbers 2 and 3. Play around those numbers. Your swingers, your exactors, trifectas and the likes. And a little each way bet on number 3, King of Numbers, at around 14 to 1. And who knows, the sky's the limit. It could be the Get Out Stakes. Thanks very much, Alistair. We are going to bring up your suggested bet for the day, which is Jackpot 1. So for your Legion of fans out there who follow you meeting in and meeting out, if you'll go through those selections, please.
And I hope it's a good one. Starts in race number 4, 10 past 2. Got 3, 6 and 8. A Place in the Sun, Pitching Fly and Caddy Zora. By 1, 4 and 9, Flamboyant Fly and Key Worker. And also Have a Party. By 1, 2, 3, 6 and 9, Laughing William, Let's Play Poker, Ombudsman. Got the scratching, number 6, Peace Treaty. And number 9, After Hours. But the scratching can do us a favour there. And 1, 2 and 6 on the back. Francilian, Salinio Peninsula, Cocoa Melon.
Well, there we go. That looks to be a wrap. And in race number 8, number 3, King of Numbers, that could just be the value with number 2. Play around those horses. And then Alistair's given you his jackpot. Thanks very much for all the hard work you do, Alistair. And hopefully the horses will oblige for us.
Cheers, Sheldon. Thanks so much.
Thanks very much to Alistair Cohen joining us on the line for the meeting at the Vaal. We found a little bit of value for you between races, and hopefully those horses will come through and deliver for all the punters out there.